There is just no way that we're doing a Husk guide today. Oh wait, he's on the screen. I'm gonna have to call you back. Yo, what's up guys? YST here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, we're gonna be doing a showcase on a champion that I feel is really underrated, and he goes by the name of Husk. Now, people always go for their royal guards. They go for their cold hearts, and they just kind of forget that this dude is absolutely outstanding. So, without further ado, let's get into this overdue showcase. Let's go. Alright then, so in terms of how I built this champion today, it's something that free-to-play players can relate to, right? I didn't want to go full savage. I just wanted to showcase some off-piece sets, some gear sets that's attainable for most players, and just really showcase how amazing he can be just by focusing on the stats that you want. So let's go over the skills. So heading into Burning Iron on the A1, he attacks one enemy 2 times and has a 40% chance of applying a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Now this is really great because when you consider faction wars or the Magma dragon in the Doom Tower, this can really help you out in trying to sustain and stay alive, right? So it's not the worst A1 in the game by any means. I just wish it had a bit of extra chance, but it is what it is. On Despair, attacks all enemies, has a 60% chance once booked of applying a stun debuff for 1 turn, and damage inflicted is proportional to the enemy max HP. So when you consider champions like Royal Guard, everybody loves their takedown, right? And he pretty much has the same skill. Now, one thing that you're going to see in this video is Royal Guards do hit a bit harder, and I think it's down to him being based on attack and enemy max HP. So using something like his aura, increasing his ally attack in dungeons, and then scaling his attack a bit higher as well, and then of course increase attack from an arbiter, just say, can really boost your Royal Guard's potential. Now with Husk, where is he again? We've lost you already, it's your video. So with his skill here, his damage is just based off enemy max HP, which is still amazing because on the waves, he can also be used as a CC champion. Now pulling this guy early to mid game can really be game changing for the Spider's Den, for the Dragon's Lair, even potential Fire Knight runs because he can do enemy max HP and he can also break the shield with a 2-time hitter. So pretty nice for Fire Knight as well. So don't underlook this, we're going to showcase it a lot in today's video. And on the A3, he attacks one enemy and damage increases according to this champion's current HP. So if he's got full HP, he's pretty much going to have the best value, right? But my only downside of this champion is, and I think it's because he's an OG, is his A1 is based on attack, his A3 is based on HP, and then this is enemy max HP. So it's kind of like, if I was to build him, just build him for like as high HP as possible, keep him as a tanky NUKER / CC champion. Don't worry about attack at all. Like, it's so low anyway at 969. You might as well focus on HP, get up as high as possible, crit rate, crit damage and accuracy, and you'll be ready to rock and roll with this dude. He's also got an aura of HP in arena battles by 30%. Nothing amazing, but if you don't have better options, I guess this could have some use, right? In terms of the artifacts, as I said before, I always like to showcase gear sets that's not super endgame. Like, I could easily just get my best savage gear and put it on a Husk, but most players can't kind of relate to that, right? So obviously we've got speed and crit rate and crit damage. We've gone speed, crit damage and crit rate. We've gone crit damage on the gauntlets, HP percent on the chest plate. We've got speed on the boots. We've gone for accuracy on the banner, crit damage on the amulet, and defense on the ring. Just trying to add to sustainability and also a nice HP percent roll on the substat here. Now in terms of overall stats, we have got 64,000 HP, 2.3k defense, 1.9k attack, which is just meh, but it's alright for his A1, I guess. Speed at 198, crit rate 100%, 264% crit damage, and 247 accuracy, just to be able to place that debuff consistently. Now, if you did want to build him in a different way and you want him to nuke harder, Savage, lethal sets, potentially that new Forge Pass set to get speed and ignore defense, Those kind of sets are obviously going to be optimal for wave clearing. But if you don't have that gear, I'm literally showing you can use off-piece sets and just your best stats, right? Sometimes it is stats over sets. And I don't think I built any of my real guards in Savage. Yeah, look, these are like crit damage and just some off-piece sets. Like, they still perform how I need them to do, right? So, where is he again? We lost him again. There he is. Masteries. I think I have to move myself out of the way today. So, we've gone the offensive tree heading down to the Helm Smasher to try and ignore that defense. Potentially, if you just want to do dungeons, you could go War Master for the bosses, but I think as a wave clearing champion and a CC, I'm looking for Helm Smasher. There's stuff like Whirlwind of Death in case people die. Now with the Opportunist Mastery, he can increase damage inflicted if they are under a stun or any of these other debuffs. What does he like to do? He likes to stun. So you can instantly get a 12% damage boost on the waves just by having that CC up, right? So definitely go for Opportunist. Cycle of Violence could be pretty cool for Spider, I guess. Resetting those cooldowns when you're hitting the Spiderlings. And yeah, Law of Steel. And we got Spirit Haste here. Potentially you can go down here for Evil Eye. This is kind of an older mastery tree that I had. So let's just move myself back here. So yeah, that's my Husk. Let's take him to a few areas of the game and have a blast. Let's go. I guess we should just start off with the faction mods, right? Only makes sense. We'll head down to stage 21, and this is a good way to showcase his skills. Is this a decent team? It could be, I guess. I don't know if I need 2 Vogoths in there, though. Let's get Elegatus in. My boy Elo. Alright, let's put him here, and let's go. We're not looking to freestar. Who cares about that? If we do, we do. If you want a freestar, basically, just bring in a Gorgrab, right? Elegatus, really underrated, by the way. So, I want you guys to keep an eye out here. Look, we got 2 stuns out already, which is pretty sweet, right? Being able to keep them over CC. Alright, so heading into wave 2. Hopefully our Elegatus can come through with that ability, if it's ready. But we got a stun out there on the damage dealer. Ooh. Come on, get some provokes out, and there we go. Vogoth also really great to put in. But even if he didn't do that, if Elegatus got that ability up to reduce cooldowns, they wouldn't be able to put those shields up, right? And obviously he's out here putting the stuns on the damage dealer, who could potentially one-shot one of our allies, right? Here we go. If we can freestar this without a Gorgo, I think that might be my first time, because I always have a Gorgo in here when I'm trying to freestar it. I don't even know if I've done an Undead Hordes Faction Wars video, so here you go, guys. 2 in 1. Alright, let's just get through those Valkyries. He's got a nice provoke as well on the A1, but for Faction Wars, there's a lot of Spirit Champions, and that's his negative affinity, which isn't ideal, I guess. Ooh, you should have saved that for your next round, buddy. And Rotos with the block revive, and here we go. This boss is really tedious, right? I think this was one of the ones I struggled with the most, if I'm honest. It'll drop defense on, and he's going to ignore defense on Elegatus, which is good. Without this dude, I swear I couldn't do it when I first ever... Exactly that is passive. Because he kind of stops a hit, right? And then he gets that little shield and stuff. And boom. Now he's dead. It's all good. We're not trying to freestar anyway, but we need a despair from our Husk. Please. Alright. Let's just A1. I need to showcase that damage. Alright, good. Go for Rotos. Yes. Let the stuns wear off. He's going to go for Rotos again, maybe? Or not. Drop defense. Alright, so he hasn't got a drop defense on, unfortunately. I was planning to do it with Vlad, but let's just see what it does without anything, right? Boom. 100,000, guys. If you consider the amount of times you may be using Despair in your compositions, that's pretty hefty. And it could be like, are you going to win or are you not going to win? So there we go. And he popped out 333,000 damage, which is not bad at all. So there we go. If he was a bit faster, or if he took a few extra Despairs, like even at the wave 2, he put it up when there was one ally alive. He didn't wait for the boss. So potentially this could have been closer to Rotos damage. So you've seen the stuns, you've seen the CCs, you've seen the damage. Alright, so let's just head into the dungeons now. We're gonna go straight to the spiders den. And how many of you guys have struggled getting from 18 to 20 because stage 19 is the force affinity, and he's like, nope, Royal Guard, you get weak hits. And a lot of champions that you tend to build at the start, for me anyway, was magic affinity. Now with a Husk, he is the right affinity for this and can do a really great job. So I've set up this little team for you guys to see. We've got a Razin, a Red Champion and Renegade, and 1 Cold Heart. So we're going to open up with that drop defense and weaken. And let's see how much damage he does here on a 1 speed. 1.2 million. And then 1.29 on my Cold Heart. And he's going to come through a bog down, drop down that 10 meter. Boom. And then now that reset's almost ready, and they can just come through and do their final hits. 1.18 million. And boom. So 30 seconds on stage 19 with 4 champions. Now, on stage 20, when you guys are first ever trying to do your Arbiter missions, and I must say, it took me so long. I'm just thinking about it now. Like, who I used was... Who was it? I used the Harvest Jack for the Fears, right? I put him in a stun set to try and get CC, and it was just a mess, right? But obviously, with a team like this, potentially you could win this. 50-50 chance, like... Let's just try it once anyway, because there's going to be weak hits with the wrong affinity. So as long as everything goes right. Alright, there we go. As long as he crits now. Alright. There we go. So if something like this happens, you're able to win, right? But then if that doesn't happen, you can lose. But that's pretty much just what happens, right? When you're first trying to get that Arbiter. There we go. Just one more Despair from our... Husk here, and it's pretty much done. We use Razin there as an off affinity tank. And there we go. So potentially if you're trying to get Arbiter, this could be a route you want to take with a Husk if you only have like 1 Royal Guard or 1 Cold Heart, for instance. Obviously put in a 5th champion. I'm just trying to showcase the value of what Husk can provide with the CCs on the Spiderlings and also that enemy max HP. So let's go into the Dragon's Lair next. We're going to go into stage 20 for now, not stage 25. Once again, I set up a team for you guys. I was sat downstairs on my phone thinking, what teams can I put together today? Drop defense and weaken could be just an AoE from like a Tyrell with a drop defense. And obviously, if you've got a weakened champion as well, would be great, like a Dracomorph. Boom. Boom. Takedown and Despair. 60,000 on the left-hand side there. We didn't get that weaken on this Horden. Come on, Kaimar. There we go. Time for the Despair, and he's coming through hot with 735,000 damage. I don't think that was with the Helm Smasher proc. So there we go. 1 minute 4 seconds, not too bad. Oh, if only that had speed in it, I would have used it. But 1.1 million damage in comparison to a Royal Guard, who you can't see, at 1.3 million. Not too bad at all. And definitely if you don't have resets, you don't have the nuking for the waves, and you're slowly trying to get through it, stuns on that A2 ability is also really going to help you out. I'm just trying to get through all the dungeons as quick as possible, because I don't want to bore you guys too much today. Finite. Oh, I've actually prepped another team for you. Here we go. 4-man team, and we've got my boy Genzin. Boom. We all know that I love Genzin. So... we've got physics in here for the provokes and the ally protection and all that stuff. But look at that CC, guys. 3 out of 5 champions. See, potentially, like, even if you don't need damage and you just need CC, you could potentially go Fearsome Presence, that Mastery, get an extra 5% chance to proc. But definitely, I would say building for damage anyway, to get its full potential. There we go. We got a provoke over there. Genzin just slapping through. Another provoke. Oh, we never got one in there. It's quite a low chance, right? I think it was 40%. Genzin's here just to pretty much do damage. And there we go. 43,000 there. And boom. Remember, there's no weaken in this comp. This is just drop defense. There we go. He's got an A1 with a 2-time hitter, so it can help you take down that shield, right? So boom. Double hits. Drop defense is going out hot, and hopefully you can come through despair now. It's not ready. Potentially the next cycle. Let's go. Decrease speed as well. Ooh, allure. But 319,000. Obviously, if you got weakened in here, you're going to see much better results, but just want to showcase him for what he is, right? Boom. Because I remember when I was first doing the Fire Knight, I didn't have weakened champions, if I'm honest. It took me so long to get my Raz in. I was a bit of a noob getting it. There was one champion called... what's her name? Penitent? Something like that. But she took me like 4 months to get. And I was summoning in every 2x and it was horrendous. But here we go. 4-man team in 2 minutes. Not too bad. So I guess that could be it for the dungeons. And let's head into... where shall we head into? I like to say the Doom Tower for the Magma Dragon. Let's give him a crack. Alright then, so we're just going to go in with a team like this. A bit of ally protection. A bit of Jing 1 going on. Absolute trash champion. Buff and Polarian, please. And I want you guys to keep an eye out on his A1. I'll try to manual it if he doesn't be good. But hopefully he can behave for this. Oh, good. Physics use their provoke now, which is great. We're in stage 80, not 100, so it shouldn't be too hard here. Staying alive, as long as you get some drop attacks off and stuff. Goal Lord, such a meme. Boom, and boom. 66k there. And let's go. Alright, don't use it. He might have it already, so... right. Come on, let's get a little ally protection on just in case. And let's try to do it with the A1. We didn't get through there. We're going to keep trying. I'm not using it on anyone else apart from him. Right, boom. If he doesn't do it now, we might be screwed. Oh, look at Jing 1 with his decreased crit damage. Hooray. Alright, everyone's dying here. It's all good. Provoke. There we go. So even if you needed a provoke champion to coincide with someone like a Vizix, obviously I'm just trying to showcase the skills. Look, 281,000 damage there as well. It's pretty nice, right? And how the hell is... oh, Jing 1's still alive. I thought he was dead. I was thinking, what's going on there? It was his passive. Boom. Can he survive this? I doubt it, but we've got another provoke off. And boom. That's pretty much all I wanted to showcase. He has a good provoke for the Magma Dragon. Alright then, so in terms of the Hydra boss, I'm just going to do a fun little damage test between Husk and stuff. And let's just see how hard he can hit, right? And obviously, different rotations has different affinities and different heads. And it's always great to broaden your variety and not just have a royal guard, right? Or even if you don't have a royal guard, just build a Husk because he performs really great. Alright, so drop defense and weaken. Coming in hot with despair and 238,000 damage. And boom. Come through with a second one. Boost our turn meter again, and let's let have Cold Heart have a little turn. So boom. Pretty sweet. So 2.7 million damage in one turn, and obviously if you're bringing in Chimars, you're waiting for the Poison Cloud to finish. Pretty much get a good run like this. Obviously, don't bring in a full enemy max HP team. This is just for fun. Obviously, have some support champions in there. But I do occasionally run a Husk and a Royal Guard with like a Vogoth and a Lydia. I don't use Arbiter usually. I usually use a Godseeker as well. So yeah, pretty great damage for the Hydra boss. I guess we should just finish off with one arena battle. Why not? Alright, who should we go up against? Let's do this team. Alright, let's take you out. Let's get him in and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright. So, boom. Sleep them. Drop attack, drop the fence. And come through with that despair. Nothing insane, guys. Remember, it's an enemy max HP hit. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to win or lose. But if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if he nukes one more time, then I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.